Some people choose to help because they genuinely care. Others begin with the same heart, but somewhere along the way, they become more interested in recognition than compassion. On the day a terrible storm struck a quiet mountain town, one man would be celebrated as a hero. But a silent stray dog would reveal who truly deserved the applause. He accepted the praise for a rescue that wasn't really his. He never imagined that the smallest witness would change his life forever. In the peaceful mountain community of Evergreen Ridge, Colorado, Michael Carter was known as the first person to volunteer whenever disaster struck. Whenever storms flooded roads or hikers disappeared into the mountains, Michael was among the first to answer the call. People admired his courage. What they never saw was the quiet wound he carried inside. Years earlier, Michael had rescued an elderly rancher trapped after a mudslide. But when help arrived, another volunteer was mistakenly praised instead. Michael smiled and said nothing. He told himself recognition didn't matter. Yet the disappointment stayed with him. Little by little, he began craving the appreciation he once ignored. Without realizing it, every rescue became another chance to finally receive the acknowledgement he believed life had taken from him. Then came the storm that changed everything. 10-year-old Ethan Walker left school just before dark as heavy rain swept across the mountains. Flash floods forced him off the trail and into unfamiliar woods. When Ethan failed to return, panic spread through Evergreen Ridge. Neighbors grabbed rain jackets, lanterns, and radios before forming search teams. Michael joined without hesitation. For hours they searched through freezing rain, slippery trails, and thick pine forests, calling Ethan's name into the darkness. But someone else had already begun. A scruffy brown stray everyone called Scout. Months earlier, Ethan had shared his lunch and water with the hungry dog behind a grocery store while everyone else walked past. He even wrapped an old scarf around the shivering animal before heading home. Scout never forgot that kindness. Following Ethan's scent, Scout crossed soaked trails, rocky hills, and fallen trees until he found the frightened boy trapped beneath a fallen tree with an injured ankle. "I knew you'd come," Ethan whispered. Scout stayed beside him, pressing close to keep him warm while barking again and again into the darkness. Eventually, Michael and the rescue team followed those desperate barks. Michael lifted Ethan into his arms and carried him safely back to town. The community erupted in cheers. Michael found him. Our hero. News cameras arrived. His picture appeared everywhere. People thanked him for never giving up. Meanwhile, Scout quietly limped home with bleeding paws. No one noticed. Exhausted, Scout curled up on Ethan's front porch without making a sound. His muddy fur was soaked from the storm, and every step had left traces of blood on the wet ground. Yet he seemed completely at peace, as if protecting the boy had been all that truly mattered. The next morning, a reporter asked Ethan who had stayed with him. "Scout did," Ethan answered without hesitation. "He found me first." Rescuers returned to the forest and followed the dog's paw prints and blood marks leading directly to Ethan. The truth was undeniable. Scout had found the boy long before anyone else. Michael had simply followed the faithful dog's barking. When Michael learned the truth, he didn't argue. He didn't defend himself or blame the confusion. That evening he quietly sat beside Scout, remembering the man he used to be. He realized he had been chasing recognition instead of purpose. For the first time in years, he understood that the greatest reward had never been applause. It had always been knowing someone was safe because he chose to help. A week later, the town gathered for an award ceremony. As officials prepared to honor Michael, he stepped forward. "I spent years wanting people to notice the good I was doing," he said. "But kindness loses its meaning when it's done for applause." He removed the medal and gently placed it around Scout's neck. "If anyone deserves this honor," he said, "it's him." The crowd fell silent before breaking into heartfelt applause. Not because a dog wore a medal, but because a man had finally chosen honesty over recognition. Many people wiped tears from their eyes as Scout quietly wagged his tail, unaware that he had become the town's greatest hero. From that day forward, Michael never chased praise again. He simply looked for the next person who needed help, always remembering the stray dog who guided him back to the person he was meant to be. Real goodness loses its value when it exists only for recognition. The purest acts of kindness are the ones we choose even when no one is watching. If you were praised for someone else's good deed, would you keep the recognition or give the credit to the one who truly earned it?